Next Wednesday.
You hit me.
Say you're sorry.
After a shocking turn of events.
Robin found out that I sent that email. He got CIA connections.
I know it's Zach's baby.
Well, did you check with the doctor?
They need each other now.
Andy, I need to talk to you.
Call Danny and Brina. I want to see all y'all.
Is she that bad?
You wouldn't believe.
More than ever.
You always run. I want to talk.
It's not good.
I need a lawyer. Why?
Tyler Perry's Sistas. All new next.
Okay, Sistas fans, that was the preview for next week's episode, Season 5, Episode 8. Alright, push to the limit. Danny makes a grave mistake and solicits Andy's help to get her out of trouble. Karen regains her independence and figures out who the father is on her own. Okay, I got a lot of problems with this synopsis, but the preview itself looks pretty good, not gonna lie. Alright, let's talk about the Danny stuff first. So we pick up where we left off, where Jonah had slapped her, and she's like, "You hit me." And Jonah's like, "Say you're sorry." But then she's also like, "This is not happening." And Jonah kind of sits down and is like, "Oh, it's happening." Which leads to, and I'm going to jump to the next day, because we do get to the next day within the Sisters continuity, which is kind of weird when you think about it, because I believe we've been in the same day for like maybe a month now, aka like 4 episodes. Because remember, like, what was it? Zach and Fatima were getting up in the morning, going to the gym. Then Miss Lisa invites him over to Karen's house, and then he does come over that night. And then this week's episode was that night, leading into next week, which is the same night, but then also next day. So yeah, for about 5 episodes, we've been in the same day. All right, but that day or the next morning at the law firm, we know that Fatima is going to get Andy and bring her to her office, to Andy's office, and Fatima's like, it's not good. So I guess Danny shows up, because Fatima is her assistant. She talks to Fatima to try to get Andy to come to the office so they'll talk. And when Andy gets in there, she's freaking out because Danny has, shades on and everything, possibly a black eye. And it don't look good because, like Fatima said, so Andy's like, "What the hell? Are you okay?" And then Danny's like, "Andy, I need a lawyer." And Andy's like, "Why?" So I'm guessing she takes off the glasses and then sees the black eye or whatever. I'm guessing this could definitely be the cliffhanger ending. It just gives off the vibes of, oh yeah, we're definitely ending the episode with this shocking revelation. I'll do a separate video on my thoughts about this. And it's not that I don't feel sorry for Danny. It's just the fact that I feel this storyline kind of came out of left field. Because I know some of the cast, people were telling me during a live stream, I want to say maybe it was the season 5 premiere when you had DeVal and Crystal on the live, and you had Ebony and Mignon on the live, and I think KJ and Novi on the live. It's like all the cast had lives going on at the same time. And I think in one of those lives it was mentioned that season 5 is supposedly supposed to be the darkest season, but it just seems like a lot of shock value in order to get ratings. That's just me. But regardless, I'm still thinking back to how Danny burst into the penthouse and went off on Andy about the whole, "Oh, well, Sabrina's in crisis and you're up here, with Mandingo here trying to get some, sex and whatnot." But I'm like, yeah, well, here you are, just going out for some, free drinks and food so you can de-stress, while Andy's the one taking all the risk in order to help Sabrina out. And look, I know Danny can't do much because she doesn't have lawyer connections and whatnot. And I don't really fault her for that. My problem is when she's pushing Andy, "You need to talk to Robin, you need to do this, you need to do that," when you really have nothing to bring to the table. And the one thing that it's ironic because Danny's like, "Andy, I need a lawyer." And I'm like, wow, Danny, that's the one thing Logan told you to tell Sabrina and you didn't, and look where she is now. Because you're in a bind, you need a lawyer. Sheesh. All right, well, in any case, we have another interesting scene where Robin is talking with Hayden. It looks like Hayden's called into the principal's office, and Robin's like, "Well, yeah, the VIP address traced the email back to you." And he's like, "Wait, I don't know what you're talking about." And then he's telling Hayden that, well, actually, Hayden then goes over to his office and he's talking with Gary. He's like, he found out I sent that email. And Gary's like, wait, how the hell did he find out about that? Hayden's like, I don't know. He says he has CIA connections. So basically, you know, Robin did say, you know, the investigations and whatnot that were taking place to follow Hayden. I guess that leads to what Robin says when he goes into Andy's office saying, Andy, I need to talk with you. So I'm thinking, I don't know. It just seems to me like here we are with Robin tracing, and it makes the episode from a couple weeks ago even more weird, because I'm like, wait, if Robin knew that email was from Hayden, why would he freak out like that, knowing how low down and scummy Hayden is? And then I'm like, okay, yeah, maybe he made like a fake user account and then sent the email to Robin. So now what I'm fearful of, and here's what I bet is going to happen, Robin wants to talk with Andy, explain himself regarding the Hayden situation in the email, and then apologize for how he acted. And my question is this: will Andy actually admit to having sex with Paris? Because remember, Paris said we never went out. I mean, technically they didn't go out or whatever, but, you know, basically, you know, she won't admit to her prior relations to Paris, and Robin's going to be the one groveling, apologizing. And because of that, that could lead to Andy revealing the paperwork that she found in Gary's coat in the cliffhanger ending of the episode. Well, close to the ending of this week's episode. Assuming that paperwork had anything to do with Robin in the first place. So that's pretty much it. Hayden's in hot water, and we'll just have to wait and see how that, you know, I guess you could say, you know, what it results into. Which is ironic, because here you are with Hayden having these SEC connections and trying to bust Zach, but then you got Robin with CIA connections, so oh well. But Hayden's in season 6, so it's not like he's going to lose his job or anything. I don't really know what the storyline is going to be with that. So I guess the rest of the trailer is revolving around Karen. And she is literally fed up with her mother. And this is the funny part, because she is so done with her mom due to the fact that she knows her mom isn't on her side, if you will. But it looks like they're at the breakfast table, and Karen is still going on. I know it's Zach's baby. And Lisa's like, well, did you check with the doctor? And I'm guessing Karen either gives her a look or doesn't even look her in the eye. But then Lisa goes, I'll just call the doctor later myself. So then it looks like Karen is snuck away in the bathroom, you know, talking all quiet so her mom doesn't overhear. And she's like, look, call Danny and Brina. I want to see y'all. And Andy's like, wait, is she really that bad? And Karen's like, you wouldn't believe it. And from there, she's also saying, look, I need y'all to tell her that y'all will take me for a day. Basically, y'all will just take me out to go check on the salon. Because remember, didn't Miss Lisa say that if you're good for the rest of the night, I'll let you go down to the salon for like 30 minutes just to check it out to make sure everything is good, and then you come on back, because the doctors demanded bed rest. So from there, we do see Andy and Karen at the salon. And I think Andy was at the penthouse when she got the phone call. So I doubt Danny's going to go because of the circumstances she went through last night. We know Sabrina's in jail, so it's just Andy and Karen. So they're at the salon. Lisa's there, and Andy's like, "Hey, Miss Lisa." So it's just one of those things where, oh yeah, it's interesting. This is the first time Andy and Miss Lisa are on screen together. I remember back in season 1, Andy mentioned it's been a long time since I've seen her talk to your mother. But yeah, so I'm guessing Lisa either pops up at the salon unannounced, or she just decides to, well, if you're going to the salon, I'm going. But I'm guessing Miss Lisa goes down there by herself, you know, just to make sure they're down there. We see Pam's in the background. So yeah, Lisa is on Karen's heels. And that's the thing that's driving her crazy. She's talking about how bad her mom is, when in reality, no, her mom is just stopping her from going out causing chaos. That's the only reason Karen's getting all bent out of shape. It's because of the fact she's locked up. She can't go prowling around Zach and Fatima's house, you know, making phone calls and, you know, causing all kinds of mayhem. But her mom is laying down the law. And not only that, she's asking the real questions, you know, like, well, you claim it's Zach's baby, but have you confirmed it? Have you talked to the doctor? And I think maybe without mentioning Fatima, that's why she's asking, like, have you talked to the doctor? Because remember, Fatima gave like an idea of how to create a timeline in order to figure it out, which obviously Aaron did, hence why he had a timeline. But regardless, the final scene is Zach talking with Zatima before she goes to work. It's like, look, you always run, I want to talk. Which I'm actually happy to see this, because that's usually how it is. It's always like, Zach, you're going to stop what you're doing and listen to me, because I want to talk and get something off my chest, or figure something out, even though you said you didn't want to talk about it. And now Zach's doing the same thing, which I'm cool with it. But we'll just have to wait and see how things, work out. But also, it leads to the question I really wish somebody would ask. Karen, you keep claiming it's Zach's baby, but you don't love or want to be with Aaron or have his baby. But what are you going to do if this baby comes out and it is Aaron's? That's it. All right. Well, with that being said, Karen regains her independence. Yeah, she's literally trying to get from under her mother's watch and figure out who the father is on her own. I really think that's a bad idea. That part, the whole on her own. So she'll find out, but will she tell the truth? Or will she believe the results? I don't know. All right. Well, thanks so much for tuning in. Like and subscribe. Follow me on social media, and I'll catch you in the next one.